What is Mayor Landrieu's thank you?
I mean, I think you can feel it in the room. Today was special, and to have a mayor of Mayor Landrieu's caliber and quality really travel the country to say thank you 10 years later, I think speaks to the kind of class individual he is, an exceptional leader he is. So we were delighted to receive him. I say all of the time that there's no place like home. We've been blessed in the city of Atlanta and in our region to host about 70,000 people. But as someone who goes to New Orleans, the city is just doing terrific things and is in wonderful shape. So, everything he said about the city is true.
Now, what impact did having the Katrina people come here, 70,000 people on Atlanta, do you think?
I think that it showed our city's heart. We say all of the time that we're a city that's too busy to hate. I think during that period we showed that we're a city that's not too busy to love and care for other people as well. And so that's what I think that moment represented 10 years ago. We all like to think that in a time of challenge we would do the right thing. Very rarely do we actually have the moment to do the right thing. And 10 years ago, the city of Atlanta and many cities across the United States of America, we did the right thing. And today, Mayor Landrieu came by to us to say thank you.
Mayor, if there was no checks and balances in politics, bro, just for that one thing you felt God meant for you to implement, what would that be?
Oh, wow. If there were no checks and balances, I would want every child who lives in the city of Atlanta to have a fully funded college education. Any child that lives in the city of Atlanta shouldn't have a roof on their dreams or their aspirations. And I would take the opportunity to promise to families that if your child did their job, did their part, graduated from high school, did well in school, that they get a fair shot and a fair shake at college.
Mayor Landrieu,
Yes,
you welcome back the people who are here, who left New Orleans, but there are some who say they're here because of fear of crime, fear of lack of jobs in New Orleans. What do you say to those people who are still in the Atlanta area?
Let me say this. First of all, again, I can't tell you how thankful I am that many New Orleans citizens found a home in Atlanta. That's a wonderful thing. And the mayor knows that I mean this in the greatest sense of joy and respect. If people want to come home, we want to welcome them back. I think both as mayors, what we really get concerned about is making sure there's a place that's really good, irrespective of what choice they make. And we work really hard to make sure that our cities are safe places, that people have jobs. New Orleans, as you know, is now more people are moving in than moving out. We have major companies moving back. We have been really working hard on making sure that we connect, particularly young men, who for some reason may have dropped out of school or did not have good technical community college experience with the jobs that we now have. Because at the end of the day, what you need to do is give people the dignity of work. You need to give them an opportunity. The chance to build generational wealth is critically important. So New Orleans is doing really, really well. It's not a perfect city by any stretch. We have the same exact problems that every major city is talking about right now, but we're doing much better than before. We know we have a long way to go, but here's the thing about New Orleans, and Atlanta has the same ethos. No matter how well the best of us do, we don't ever want to leave anybody behind, and that's what we're thinking now, and we think we're making great headway towards that.
We have an authentic relationship.
We joined at the hip. This city.
It's just based upon shared experiences and good food and good people.
Absolutely.
And warm relationships.
Mayor Landrieu, you seem like the type of mayor that sees the glass half full. In this making New Orleans what you want it to be, what have you had to overcome that other people were like, that's terrible, not able?
First of all, again, I think people have a hard time, even though you witness the individuals coming over here, just conceptualizing the breadth and the depth of the damage. I mean, we lost everything. We didn't just lose a neighborhood where the other neighborhood didn't come in. I mean, everybody lost everything. I mean, I literally had to watch people walking out of the water with little or no clothes on their back. Most people had a garbage bag with everything they could carry. It was ghost-like watching people actually walk out of the water. You saw a dot, then you saw shoulders, then you saw a body. And so what the people of New Orleans have had to overcome. Remember, we had Katrina, Rita, we had Ike, we had Gustav, we had the national recession, and we had the BP oil spill. And by the way, we did it at a time when the country was in 2 wars and was running a huge deficit. So that's what makes it all the more incredible that the people of Atlanta reached out and helped us up. So what the people of New Orleans have done is, instead of running away, instead of really kind of putting it back just like it was, they've taken a lot of time to think through issues. And in order for us to do that, we kind of had to put down the issues of race, of culture, of class, the kind of things, you know, when we're small-minded and we think about ourselves that trip us up all the time. the New Orleans people put that, away, and they really started to grow their city back in a way that's going to be great for future generations. Now, this is hard for people to do because most of us want what we want now. And we're not really used to kind of laying it down for folks that are coming back after us. But that's what the people of the city have done. So we have a long way to go. There's no question about it. But I don't think anybody who comes to New Orleans now can't say that this city has made pretty remarkable progress.
And how do you transfer that positivity to the common people?
Well, they're the ones, that's who I get it from. I mean, literally what's happening in New Orleans is the people on the streets are the ones who are rebuilding New Orleans. And that positivity is coming from them because it's not just a theory, it's about watching them work. And when you see them do their work in partnership with everybody else, you just get astounded by it and say, well, gosh, if they can do it, I mean, anybody can do it.
Thank you, Mayor Landrieu, Mayor Reed.